Hey everyone, welcome to another TWM12 video on War Thunder. In this one, we're looking at the T-80B. Well, T-80B if you consider the ARA upgrades, etc, etc. So, essentially we're going to have a quick review of the vehicle, then go into the usual gameplay in the background while I talk about it. Compared to the T-80U, it's not very good, but it's a great backup for the T-80U. Its armor can bounce some things, however, it does struggle. It's not as maneuverable as the T-80U, but it does have a great gun with... I have to admit, I do like the gun in this tank. It's quite strong. The stabilizer makes it... I'm sorry, but I love my Iron Maiden skin. I hope everyone who's an Iron Maiden fan likes the skin for it. It's pretty cool, isn't it? And I'll be making it available to everyone eventually. Once I refine it a wee bit, as there's some refinements needed. As these boxes move when you put the armor plating on it, well, the ERA on it, and it sort of blocks this, but I shall be... Anyways, that's enough about the skin. So, the big advantage to this tank is the gun. It's average speed, average maneuverability, average armor. It works sometimes. I've seen it bounce quite a few shots, and you'll see it happen as well in the video a few times, but overall it's a pretty decent 10.0. Great gun, and it's pretty average in everything else actually. So, quick look at the gun. As you can see, I haven't got everything unlocked for it as I'm doing this one legitly. It's got obviously your 3B M42 with 479mm at 10 meters, 0 degrees. Which isn't too bad. It's on par with some of the M1 series. However, your stock AP DFS, where is it? The 3B M22 is only 425, which isn't the worst. I think that's about the same as the Challenger 1 Mark II or Mark III, I think. Can't remember off the top of my head. However, one nice thing is you do get ATGMs, which is pretty fun for killing the pesky helicopters if you're decent enough with using them, so that's pretty good. That way. So, me personally speaking, if I'm going down the upgrades, I went parts, FPE, laser rangefinder, then I got my MVD, contact 2, then contact 1, then I got my MVD, and obviously the top tier shell. I then got my ATGM after that. Then I begin filling out the rest as I need it. The reason I've done that is you need thermals as fast as possible, and you need your extra ERA plates. Thermals is a lifesaver at 10.0. It's the meta for some sad reason, but thermals is a must. But overall, this tank isn't half bad. Its armor at the front is pretty good. Its upper glacis isn't bad. It's got some major weak spots in the front. Where is it? Modifications, armor, protection analysis. We'll put the 42 on. So, as you can see, it will bounce some things, but it's not the strongest. Its turret, though, its turret's pretty strong actually, in regards to how much it'll survive. So, if you can get into a decent hold down position, completely worth it. Side on, there's no real point of being saying. Side on, you're like in any MBT at this BR, you're going to die from a side on shot. However, you are lucky sometimes. You do get some nice wee bounces to lower pen AP DFS at this tier, as there is ones with only like 380 and all and 425, etc, etc. So even if I go to, pretty sure, I know Great Britain's, I think the Challenger 2 Mark II's L23. Yep, L23. The L23 struggles with pen it, as you can see. It still has that major weak spot here, like on most Russian tanks. Same on the turret, it does struggle to pen. It will pen here through the MG port. No, that's not the MG port. The MG port's over here, but you can pen through the MG port over on this side, and it will do some serious damage. Overall, though, it's not a bad tank. It's not one you would want to be facing everything, all hits in, armor up. You want to be as supporting as possible in this tank. I think it's a tank that's made for medium range. You get outdone by STRV 122s, Leopard 2A5s, in close quarters battles and engagements. Their turret traverses a lot faster than yours, the same as the N1A2 Abrams, IMP, etc. etc. So, sorry, 1MP. So, the big thing is on this tank, medium range engagements is probably your best bet. You've got great ballistics, you've got decent thermals. If you want to pick a fight with someone, do it at medium range. You'll survive a lot longer, you'll do a lot better in it. It's a tank I'm actually learning to enjoy quite a bit, and admittingly, I've always been skeptical of Russian tanks, personally speaking, but I'm beginning to really enjoy it. And the reason I was always skeptical was everyone was saying they're OP, they're broken, they're useless and all that shit. All this shit under the world. However, from my personal experience, they're actually not a bad tank to play. They're not too strong and they're not too weak. They fit in nicely. Even with the wheeled car meta that just fucking rushes spawn half the fucking time now, and you get camped. It's that simple. It's not a bad tank overall. I enjoy it. I think many others would enjoy it as a backup. I have yet to unlock the T-80U properly, so I can't comment too much on it. I'll comment more on it later in a different video. However, as a backup T-80, backup MBT at 10.0 and 10.3, it's hard to beat. It really is. Now the BMP3 is not bad as well as a backup, and obviously your standard SPAA or the T-72. I've yet to use the new T-72, so I can't comment on what one's better, personally speaking. Both of them actually look pretty similar strength-wise. However, I don't know yet. I have yet to do a review on it. I'll do that some other point. Anyways, got a bit off track of my rambling there. With its main gun, its big flaw is its vertical guidance. It's -5 to +15, which isn't very good. You're not a tank that's going to be using its depression to your advantage. You've got some, but you've got pretty much a pointless amount. You've got a decent top speed at 70 kilometers an hour, quite a powerful engine at 973 brake horsepower at 3,154 RPM. It's not bad overall. And it's my reload rate, I do believe you can get down below 7 seconds, is 7.1, so it's not bad in regards to its reload speed, same as its turret traverse. So, we'll get into the I actually covered most of it, so we'll talk about some of the cons of this tank. The big con of it, from my personal opinion, is the ERA does jack shit half the time. The only thing it's really good at protecting you from is pesky helicopters, and it gives you just that wee bit of extra chemical protection from their ATGMs and Hellfires and Hydras and Sunni rockets. It just gives you that wee bit extra protection that will let you live a wee bit longer. Now, don't get me wrong, I've seen it block some shells and made me survive quite a few hits. You'll see it in the gameplay actually, but I do think ERA in this game needs looked at and improved, but that's a long time. That's going to be a long time before they ever look at ERA. They've got a lot of other problems to fix first. But for the length of time it takes to get the ERA upgrade without golden eagling it, I do believe the ERA needs to be a bit stronger and needs to work a bit more effectively on all tanks in the game. Same as the add-on composite armor. It works in some cases, but other cases it doesn't. I think it needs improved on in regards to its capabilities. Anyways, another big one is, this may sound really stupid, but the engine I think is bloody loud. And it's really hard to hear other tanks because of the engine. I don't know if that's just me, but that's my personal opinion on that one. Another thing is, the thermal optics aren't as sharp, and I know it's because Russia never installed Gen 2 on the T-80B and etc, etc. But it is a disadvantage to the tank having optics that aren't as sharp as other countries. And to round off the cons, actually, it's a bit of a mobility con. I've noticed it does struggle to go up quite steep gradients where other MBTs just fly up it, so maybe it's just a bit in the low. It's just, I feel like the engine can sometimes be a bit more underpowered than it should be for this tank, but that's just my personal opinion. Anyways, we'll talk a wee bit more about the pros of it. One big pro is it's quite a small tank compared to the others. It does sit quite low to the ground, which is quite nice. Honestly, it's not that expensive. I think the repair, 5,000 Lions repair cost, it's not actually that expensive. That's pretty cheap. So I'm not going to I can't complain about that really for 5k. It's only really expensive when you start wasting all your shots, and that's pretty much the same in every other MBT. And I'm probably rambling on longer than I should be. But anyways, I'll round this here up quickly. The T-80B, or T-80BV, or whatever you want to call it, overall is a great backup tank for the T-80U. It's not the best in any aspect. It's quite nicely balanced in my personal opinion. It's got good gun, decent armor, etc, etc. However, I do feel that the ERA needs to be looked at and reevaluated. And I do feel like the engine power needs to be looked at and reevaluated. But that's my personal opinion on it. And I hope you agree with some of my points. Hope you comment more points I missed maybe, and other wee things I missed for it. But overall, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it helped you out in deciding on a backup maybe. Anyways, thanks again for watching, and please like and subscribe.